What's up, everybody? My name's Shan. Today we're going to be diving into a Jund Terror of the Grave deck, and this deck is absolutely amazing. We're going to be running Terror of the Peaks, Thwart the Grave, so we can actually return Terror of the Peaks, plus another creature from our grave, all for the low cost of, 6 or reduced, generally around 4 mana, 5 mana, that kind of cost. But of course, you can always get it down lower, even down to just 2 mana to return Terror of the Peaks and something as spicy as Morog to your grave all at once. Now this deck works off of some self-millage and some awesome creatures. So diving down here into the bottom end, we got 2 copies of Blood Chiefs, 2 copies of Heartless for some removal. We also have 2 copies of Shatter Skull for some extra removal. Next up, we have 2 copies of Mire Triton for some self-millage, gain some life, has Death Touch. It's everything you'd want in a 2-mana card. 3 copies of Taju Paragon, 2 mana for a 3/2, solid stat line, not to mention the fact that it is a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard, so it reduces the cost of all your party spells and then your top end, not to mention the fact that you can also kick it down for 3 additional and look for a cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard from your deck. Time Eric Calls the Dead, some more self-mill, giving you 2/2 zombies, gaining you life, scrying your cards, and allowing you to hopefully fill some terrors and whatnot into your graveyard and get ready for that thwart. Mardu Outrider is a solid warrior, 3 mana for 5/5, not bad considering you only have to discard a card, and if you're using thwart and you're returning things from your graveyard, you're able to get back a terror and a Mardu. That's 5 damage immediately, not to mention the fact if you have an Ogre Battle Driver, then both the terror and Mardu Outrider get to attack. You're also dealing 7 damage thanks to the Terror Mardu combo, and then 14 from being able to swing in with the 2, right? So 21 points of damage all in one turn just for a little setup. Not too shabby. Next up, we have 2 copies of Rada, Heart of Keld, 3 mana for a 3/3 that has first strike as long as it's your turn. Really good attacker, not to mention the fact that, again, if you manage to bring this back or just get it down simply plain fact playing it with the Terror of the Peaks already on the board and it's in that mid to late game, you can immediately pay the 6 mana plus this creature up by, obviously it'd be like 9 mana or something like that if you're able to play it and spend. Anyways, it'll kick it up to a healthy 12/12, and then proc the terror and you'll deal insane amounts of damage, right? Again, not to mention the fact that if you have your Ogre Battle Driver down, it also has haste and additional 2 damage. Agadeems to help you revive a whole slew of things all at once, right? You just get 8 mana, throw it in, you can get everything from terror down, or 7 mana, everything from Ogre Battle Driver down. It's a really good card. It's also a land for when you need it to be. Rankle, 4 mana for a 3/3 flying and haste. Again, you can bring it back with the terror, so you could essentially have this come in, deal 3 damage thanks to the terror passive, and then swing in with Rankle, deal 3 additional damage, deal an additional 1 damage thanks to Rankle's passive. So there's a lot of explosive damage with this deck just from having things enter the board and swing in and so on and so forth. Ogre Battle Driver, we've talked about. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, that creature gets +2/+0 and gains haste. Obviously, this is very beneficial with Terror of the Peaks and just in general with buffing up your creatures. 2 copies of Storm's Wrath because you don't mind losing your creatures so much. You have the thwarts to bring them back, right? So good board wipe there. Also helps deal with Planeswalkers. Acolyte is a cleric, so it's going to help with your party stuff. It's a 2/3. It's an okay body, I guess, but it's going to mill you cards and then allow you to return permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield, or to your hand, rather. This could be a creature, this could be a land, right? All that stuff above. Drana is a really nice card to get back with the Terror of the Peaks from the thwart, right? Because it's a cleric, so you can bring it back, deal 4 damage thanks to the terror, and then swing in and start bringing other creatures back from your graveyard, right? Thwart, as we all know and love, return target creature card and up to 1 target cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. This costs 1 less for each creature in your party. Next up, we have Morog, the Minotaur Warrior, which can be good with Terror of the Peaks. We only have it in here as a one-off, as this isn't necessarily a landfall deck. However, of course, if you can get Morog down and play 1 land, you can deal a ton of damage. Veteran Adventurer, another really good card to get back. Also, it's a 5/5 Vigilance, and it gets to costing less per party member. Same thing with Zagras, costs less per party member. It's a rogue, has flying, death touch, haste, and gives all your other creatures death touch as well, which is really nice with the Terror of the Peaks sort of damage, right? Because then it has death touch on the damage, and then it doesn't even matter if you get down to Mire Triton, you can pretty much take out whatever. Anyways, that is going to do it for the deck tech breakdown. Hope you all enjoyed. We had a little bit of a rough time playing this deck. We managed to go up against some crazy odds today. We had 3 lands by turn 6, I think 3 games in a row. We had an opponent that board wiped us 4 times in the top 20 cards of their deck. So it was a really rough one trying to record with this deck, but I don't want you to get discouraged by the fact that we had a little bit of a rough day playing with it. It is a very awesome deck. It has a lot of interactions that deal a ton of damage. It's a fun one. I don't know how well it would hold up in ranked, but I will say that it has a nice benefit of not being completely ass-tastic against things such as rogues, as you are reanimating things, Terror of the Peaks, blah blah blah, which gives you removal, gives you immediate damage, and it makes it to where the mill isn't necessarily a detriment to you so much as a benefit, right? Anyways, all that being said, another way, if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment on the comment section if you have any suggestions for this video, future videos, or past videos. As always, hit that subscribe button if you're new here and you want more awesome content, or you just want to help support the channel through a completely free means. Also, if you hit the bell icon that pops out afterwards, YouTube will send you notifications as to when we actually drop videos. Speaking of which, we're dropping videos daily at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. So if you're wanting to join us for the live premieres of these YouTube videos, I do highly recommend you check out the channel every day at 10 a.m. Now, we are going to be pushing our budget videos, which we're generally doing every other day, to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. And those will be going up at 10 p.m. on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we'll have budget decks weekly on those 3 days. Come Saturdays, we have our channel members video, so if you're interested in that, hit the join button down below to give you a little list of perks you can acquire upon joining up. And then if you'll go to the channel page, it can show you all of the videos that are sort of for our members only. Of course, you gain access to that whenever you join up. Now, those videos come out on Saturday night, again around 10 p.m. We're planning on starting up a miscellaneous magic video on Thursday nights, again 10 p.m. and then Tuesdays will be our other members videos. So if you want that extra content, you're really enjoying it here on the channel, I do recommend you dive in and look around a little bit. We have a lot more here to offer than what you may see on the surface. So thanks again everybody for watching. We're going to dive right into some magic, and I hope you enjoyed this Terror Madness. Angel 0. All right, we're going to go first. Seems like a solid lay of the lands. Probably go ahead and throw down the Fabled off the bat to grab some black mana. It'll fuel our Heartless. It'll fuel our Time Merit. Opponent's playing the Savi Triome. All right, just keep it sweet and simple. Kroxa. Got to discard a card here. What do we want to discard? We'll discard the Heartless. Kind of want everything else that I have. So we'll go ahead and get down the green mana, get down to Time Merit. Do we want to exile the Outrider for a 2/2? We do have the Thwart, so if we can find a Terror. We have 5 mana. Yeah, let's go ahead and exile it. Thinking about the Scry is what I'm aiming for. Alright, so we have 5 mana, we have Thwart, which means if we can get down Acolyte, we have enough to cast the Thwart. Another Kroxa from the foe. I think we gotta get rid of the Agadeems. There it is, the Outrider and the Terror. So we'll decline that. Go ahead and get down our double black mana, get down the Acolyte. On our next turn, we will have enough for the Thwart if we can keep things as they are. Get the Fabled back and swing in for the 2. All right, we're doing it. Kinda, sorta doing it. Don't remove my Acolyte. I'm a little worried, honestly. It's just a little 2/3, so maybe they won't put too much stock in it. Maybe they'll just go for a Kroxa. Although even just getting a Kroxa back is pretty deadly for us, right? 6/6, we can't necessarily remove that with our Terror. Sorry for the doggos. Come on, Angel. Okay, tap land, so no Croxa this turn. They actually don't have enough cards in the graveyard for Croxa. Hopefully no removal. They keep hovering my Acolyte though, and I gotta think that they have the removal. Gotta assume. No, they're going for the Blood Chiefs actually. They could have shocked, or not shocked, but you know what I mean, kicked and went for the, what's it called? Let's go for the Fabled. Tap this out. We already have double red there, so let's go ahead and grab green and then cast the Thwart. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe, am I right? Alright, so we get the Terror back. We get to deal 5 thanks to Outrider, 2 thanks to the Acolyte. So 7 points of damage for 5 mana. We got a 5/5 and a 5/4 down. We actually have lethal on board, so that's pretty nice. Turn 5, putting the threat of lethal. I like it. I like it. Now, of course, they can remove the Terror here. We'll only be dealing 7 after that. I have 5 mana. How many cards in the graveyard? 3? 3. Okay. So, they're still a little shy on the Croxas. They're going to get down an Annex that is a body to block with, if nothing else. And a claim for the Mardu Outrider. Probably a Village Rites, if I had to guess about it. We're going to take the 5 on the face. No Village Rites. That's really good for us. Alright, so we play down that. We'll play down the Ogre Battle Driver. This will give us enough to take out the Annex, which means they won't have anything to block. And we have lethal. So yeah, GG, Angel 0. Terror of the Grave, taking them down. Tharis Under. What's Tharis Under, though? Oh, I'm so silly. We'll keep this. We actually do have a lot of land, thanks to the Shatter and the Agademes. We got the Temple to give us green and black mana access. I'll keep... yeah. It's looking all right. Not too shabby. We might actually bolt in a land here to get down the Paragon. I think we are. Paragon's a pretty good card. Bolt down the Shatter? I think so. Let's do it. No kick. No Kickerino here. Next turn we can play down the Mire Triton, play down the Fabled, and get enough mana for the Rada. The nice thing about Rada, of course, is if you do get her back come that mid to late game with the Terror on the board, you can sink that mana in immediately, and then of course build her power up and deal that much more damage. So, kind of nice. Anyways, opponent just Bone Crusher and my Paragon. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy. So we have a lot of double red, double black things. We do have the Agademe, so that gives us access to double black. So I think we grab a mountain here to sort of ensure, you know, if we hit a battle driver or something along those lines that we can play it, right? So more red / green mana here. We could bolt this down, play Bloodthirst, but it's going to cost us 5 life to do that, to take out the Bone Crusher. And we already have a Mire Triton to block it. I don't think that's what we want to do. I don't think that's the route we want to take. So we have double red already. Let's get down another green source. And let's go for the Rada. Let's go for the Rada. Swamp off the top. Probably should have played Rada first and then could have seen what the world offered. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. I always forget things like that, like the minor details, you know? What is it? Vivian, that allows you to see creatures off the top, right? Some cards that let you see the top. I'm just not used to it since we haven't had Citadel in so long. Fearless Fledgling, but it's the cool version. It's the ultra super cool Eagle Griffin gonna get you version. I like it. It's unfortunate that it's going to be immediately removed. Unfortunate for them, that is. So we'll play the land off the top of our Decorino there. We'll use Blood Chiefs, I think. Just a simple Blood Chiefs on the Fearless because that's mana efficient, right? Get down the Mire Triton. We will mill away that Agademes. Not a big deal. We already have one in hand. And there's a Thwart that we know we're going to be grabbing onto, so that's nice. Rada can swing in, and so can this Mire Triton, actually. So we're going to be getting in some good old-fashioned damage here. That Thwart, we have the Paragon, but not much else besides that, right? It does only cost us 5 mana, which is kind of nice. Shatter, they're taking it all away. We can actually still play the Thwart. However, I could also use Agademes for 3, which will allow us to get back the Rada as well as a Myr, or Rada as well as Taju. I kind of like the idea of using the Agademes here, actually. And I'm going to go for the Rada and the Myr Triton in hopes that the Myr Triton will mill us up something good for the Thwart, right? I think the Taju does have a certain value to it, but we won't worry about that for right now. So we got a Cleric in the graveyard. We could... What? Alright, so another land. No thanks. I think we thwarted up here. Got to get the Rada back. Voice crack, sorry. And I think Acolyte's pretty good too there. So mill ourselves up a little bit. We can return a permanent from our graveyard to our hand. Do we want the Outrider, or I think we take the other Acolyte actually. This way, if we do hit something else, we can afford to play it, right? Another Shatter. Oh my goodness. 3 Shatters in a row, ladies and gentlemen. You can't fake this kind of luck. So let's go ahead and get down the Acolyte. Rankle's pretty nice. Rankle is pretty freaking nice. We could also go for the Tie of Merit though. But we don't have any reanimation, so we should probably hold off on that. Could go for another Mardu Outrider, in which case we can play down our other Mardu Outrider, right? Just discard. What is your kicker? Enter the kick. You may put a card that shares creature type with it. Okay. Give me the Rankle. Give me the Rankle and we'll call it a good go. Now, if we hit a land or something, I can play the Rankle and the Mardu Outrider, right? Just discard the land, put down Outrider, put down Rankle. It'll be all good stuff, all cool beans. I gotta say, Tharos, you hit me with a wild left hook there with the 3 Shatters. You got my ass. You did get me just a little bit there. So we'll see if Rankle can't live. They do have, what, 5 mana available here. We'll go for the Swingaroo. Keep mana for the Heartless Act just in case. If we don't need the Heartless Act, we might just... so loses 1, draws 1. We don't need to sacrifice, don't need to discard. So let's do this. Blood Chief's Thirst. Well, I think we can play down the Outrider now, discard the Thirst, have the Heartless for some removal in the future. This also gives us 10 points of damage, 11 with Rankle. So we actually have lethal on board now. Your Shatters won't hold me down. Oh, right, forgot about the 0/4. Well, we do have Heartless Act, so that's still good. Realm Cloak Giant, they have all the board clear in the world. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of actually a little crazy. They've board wiped us 4 times in the top 20 cards. I wonder just how many more they have, am I right? So this is really unfortunate. We will wait for them to get another counter in, then we can remove 2 counters off the Mecha Godzilla, but I don't want them to start gaining life, so let that hit. Although that is a 7/7, so arguably should try to remove that, right? Got a trample counter. All right, well, I can't be ridiculous. We need to destroy the Realm Cloaked. Yeah, 4 board wipes. That is insane. Freaking-insane. Alright, well, Zagras does allow us to block their Mecha Godzilla, so we could either trade out with them, which isn't a smart plan, given they have the lifelink, right? Or we can keep our Zagras back and try to trade as far as creatures go. Alright. Really need to see, how many thwarts have we seen? 1. We've only seen 1 thwart. We haven't seen any terrors. There's a Felidar. Felidar is not super fantastic for us. Menace. Oh my goodness, it had to get Menace. Oh no! It's, oh, okay. Ash Rock. Ash Rock. We'll keep this. We got 2 Paragons. That's kind of nice, right? We can go for the Scryage, get these down on turn 2 and 3. We'll make thwart cost pretty low. Drana. Lou? We're going to be drawing that next turn. I don't think I want to draw the Drana. I think I want to draw into some more land, actually. So we're going to bottom the Drana there. And it's an Intimidator. Could be Boros, Winota stuff. Warriors, Doggos, that kind of stuff, right? I gotta say, I like these planes. They're from Jumpstart. Interesting. Shadow Spear. So it could be Boros equipment as well. Boros Warrior equipment. They might actually go ahead and throw that on there. It's not a bad little plan. All right, immediately gain some life. Ooh, it is going to be a Warrior equip deck. Sorry again for the doggos. They hear the 18-wheelers driving by and they can't stand it. They gotta go get them. So we will throw down the land, and maybe we just want to get some zombos going, right? Fill up our graveyard, see if we can't get ready for that Thwart the Grave. There's a Terror of the Peaks. That's really good for us. That is really good for us. So we'll leave that alone. On our next turn, we can get down the Acolyte if we so choose. That'll give us 2 party members, which makes Thwart only cost 4. Which means we could go Fabled Passage, right? Sack Fabled, grab land, play Acolyte, grab Fabled back into our hand. Next turn, play Fabled. That'll put us to 5 mana, which will allow us to play Paragon plus Thwart the Grave. We're going to take 8 damage here, and they're going to gain 8 life. It's just a matter of things that happen, you know? Sorry, 10. 10. Good old Kargan and Core Blade. They are a combo to be seen. Fireblade Charger. Not necessarily the card you want to see, but it is D's what it is. Milling 3 lands there. Not necessarily what we wanted to see. We wanted to see some off-putting creature like a Mire Triton that we actually didn't mind to get rid of. That's alright. We'll stick to the plan. Acolyte, come on down. We do already have a land in our hand, so we might not need that. Might just get the Veteran Adventurer back. So unfortunately, we can't do our plan since, you know, Kargan is kind of beating the shit out of us. Alright, so how do we do what we need to do? I mean, we can't just straight up play Thwart the Grave come next turn, right? And get down the Terror and all that stuff. What is it? Made him into a coward. So that's only going to deal 8 damage, and that's going to deal 9. I don't know that we can go down to 1 life with them having a Fireblade. Yeah, nah. They also have trample, so they're still gonna get through, but we'll have, you know, a little bit extra life. All right, get down red and thwart it up. All right, if we take out the Core Blade Master, they lose the ability for the double strike and all that. Kargan's still big, bad, and intimidating, but we got some defenders now, right? I think double strike is the deadliest thing for us there. So, another Fireblade Charger. You don't love to see that. You do not love to see that one. Oh. McNugget the Mighty. I feel like you're playing a douchey deck. There's no way you call yourself McNugget the Mighty and you don't have just a plethora of shit. Let's put back the Veteran Adventurer and keep the rest. This is pretty good. We got some removal. We got Acolyte. And we got a good assortment of lands, right? We're gonna go ahead and throw down the Shadow Skull because we want to hit 4 untapped. So, you know, when in Rome and whatnot. Passion Orator, we're not worried about you. We are not worried about you. Ogre Battle Driver and a Thwart the Grave. Not necessarily what we want to see in the graveyard, but we can get that Ogre Battle Driver back with Acolyte, and then it is only 4 mana, right? So we can actually cast it come the following turn. Hollowed Priest isn't great for us, but we can Blood Chief's Thirst it, so not the end of the world either. Yeah, let's go and throw this down for red, get down the Acolyte, mill, and fill, so to speak. Get the Ogre Battle Driver back. No attacks. On our next turn, we can play the Battle Driver plus the Blood Chief's Thirst. Deal with the Hollowed Priest. Linden, bum bum bum. Certainly not good for us, but I highly doubt they swing in given we have the Death Toucher. Just sort of... Alright, then we play the Ogre Battle Driver. We hit the Blood Chief's Thirst right here. And I guess our next Ogre Battle Driver will just be that much better. And anytime we get a Terror down now, our other creatures come in with an additional 4 attack power. That's pretty good. So Leonin War Leader, not great for us. Every time it swings in, going to be creating them hella tokens. Hella tokens. So let's get down the other Ogre Battle Driver. 5/3. We can use Heartless Act, and I think we should go ahead and take out the War Leader. Now the question is, of course, do we swing in with the Battle Drivers, right? And I think the answer is yes. I think yes. If we can take out Linden, cool. You know, if not, then we're just dealing 8 points of damage. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Inspiring Commander. Oh my good golly goodness. They're going to get some card draw here for too long. We can't play this down. Oh, how I wish I could. Alright, so a Thwart would be nice, right? We do have a Terror over here. No, we don't. We need to find a Terror. They're doing so much good work right now. I gotta say that Inspiring is actually what's going to put the nail in the coffin for us. We're fine trading, like going back and forth 1-for-1, but now it's no longer a 1-for-1. They just drew 2 cards for the basically free ski there. Hey, there's our Thwart the Grave, though. What can it actually bring back? Just the Rada? Just the Rada, huh? Alright, well, we'll hold off on it. We're really going to need that Terror to come down sooner rather than later. What they say? Oops. I simply didn't want to play any of my cards. I meant to skip my turn. Another Angel. That's a fun one. I don't think we're going to win this one. They sort of already have too much life. 2 Angels means that their life gain is off the charts. We can try. We'll give it one more turn. Just one, though. Just one. Morog. I mean, it comes down as a 10-6, so what's not to love, am I right? But we still lose. We would need, what's it called here? Something like Storm's Wrath to take out everything, right? Morog, unfortunately, is not going to do enough. Even if we swing in here, they just block with Daxos, so... Yeah. Alright, we'll give it one more turn, I guess. If we can find the board wipe, we might be alright. Come on, McNugget the Mighty. Yeah, Inspiring Commander. So good for him. Hit us with our pants down. We're up to 54 life. Even if we hit our board wipe, we're still in for a hell of a long game trying to climb back out. And it's a fabled passage. Alright, GG. GG McNugget.